My name's Amanda Stone. This is my husband Taylor, and we moved here from Missouri 2 years ago. We've been attending RCC since we moved here, and Taylor started working in the film industry. That was kind of one of the main reasons that we came. And of course, when COVID started shutting everything down, the film industry was definitely one of those that shut down right away. Like in a day. It was definitely overwhelming and kind of crazy.
Before COVID happened, we were kind of going 100 miles an hour all the time, and so that went from 100 miles an hour to just zero overnight, and everything just dropped out underneath me, and it made me really realize like how easy it is to just kind of make your career your identity and get sidetracked from that. And it was like the first time in 2 years probably since we moved here that I was completely helpless, and there was no amount of me trying to grind or trying to reach out and try to make the next job happen. Like it was out of my control, and I had to just fully surrender to God and just say, you have this because I don't. And that was really scary, and that was really refreshing to see him work, and it's almost like he was just waiting for me to ask for that. And through different members of the church, I got some work painting, just like painting apartment buildings, and then I started editing for Steve Heimler, and so that's been really good. And just like these different opportunities that would never have existed had COVID not happened, and me had to like humble myself and tell people that I'm out of work. And when you have your whole identity wrapped up in your work, it's really humbling to have to say that.
So one of the ways that the Lord showed us glimpses of his faithfulness throughout this time has just been random friends, and some people I was not even close to, leaving money at our doorstep completely unrequested, and just was a really big surprise and a huge encouragement to us that other people were seeing where we were at. They were hearing what we were going through, and it just showed us that the Lord was caring for us in a really just tender and intimate way. The Lord's timing has been so sovereign in all of this, and how he's been able to offer us opportunities to stay afloat amidst a really challenging financial time. So we feel like the Lord is really calling Taylor to transition into a different area of the industry instead of being on set all the time. So we are actually moving back to Missouri, and that is a big risk for us, to kind of step away from a secure future financially. We know if he did stay in the industry, we would be really well off financially, but I think something that quarantine has reminded us, and I think was a great reminder, was we're not here to pursue money. We're here to pursue Jesus and pursue where he's calling us to be and who he's calling us to be with.
Like the song that we've been singing and hearing is just like, even when you don't see it, he's working, and just trying to remind ourselves of that. And so we're taking another risk, and we just feel strongly called to step back from Atlanta and take some time to listen to what the next step is in my career, and just in our lives as a married couple, and trying to navigate that. And we're taking that step without knowing what the next step is, and that's, I think, really hard as a human being. Like, we just want to know what all those next steps are, so that it's like an easy path of like, this is these marks that you hit in your career or in your marriage or just in your life. And I don't know, I feel like God doesn't like to play by those rules. Like, he's bigger than that. So I think we're just reminded of that every few months. It feels like the second that we start thinking like we have a grasp on it, and like this is like, we start lining up those dominoes, and we feel like we're starting to plan out our own lives, we're swiftly redirected and reminded that we're not the ones in control, and God has a bigger and better plan for us.